Well, the shed, as you can see, it's a retrofit. It's been 20 plus years since the cow last got milked in it before the robotic setup. So the farm and the dairy's been out of action for quite some time. Mat Lyne, been here for 2 years now. I've got 250 acres here. The milking platform in general, I only need 150 to 160 of it. Have a herd of Jerseys prior to setting up the dairy. It's been an outblock for heifers, running young stock for another dairy farmer, and then it came up for lease, and I looked at it and thought, this is perfect. I was looking at installing a conventional plant, second-hand new, and Damien from SouthWest Dairies kind of baited me a little bit on the robotic side, which I wasn't opposed to the idea. I always felt like that was going to be the future, just probably didn't think that was my near future. The few reservations were, is it one too many steps just getting started, because it's a new farm, it's robotic dairying, and it's a new dairy business as well. So it's not an existing dairy business that's moving into robotic, and so there was a few steps that all happened at once. Without looking into it, that is the mental barrier. You just assume it's too expensive, it's out of my reach, I can't borrow the money, or I can't afford it, or whatever it is. But then once you decide that, hold on, I am quite interested in this, you do your homework, you look at what's out there and what you can do, and suddenly what was a barrier isn't actually a barrier. Went to Gippsland and saw a couple of retrofit dairies. Seeing it in the flesh, seeing how happy cows are, seeing how well they function within and around robots, that kind of, I think any real cow-loving person really gets true joy in seeing cows in a really happy place. And kind of once I'd seen that, it was then a matter of just me making it work on my side of things. Started off with some pretty basic but very limiting criteria. I said I don't want to spend any more than what I have to, and I want full functioning. I said I don't want to build buildings, I don't want to lay concrete. I think I'm just getting started, and they were pretty understanding that a young farmer just getting started, capital is the biggest limiting factor, and they wanted to, I think they relished the challenge to make it work in those conditions, and they came up with the design, and this is what we've got. A robotic unit can be stood, parked anywhere. You'd be amazed what options are out there if you are just looking to use what you've got and use a robotic system within. I had the option to purchase the robots to lease, going straight in as leasing. There was no deposits required up front, which then that capital was able to be redirected to redo tracks and fencing and a number of other things, which I felt gets the farm as a whole off to a really good start, rather than just all my eggs in one basket on the robots. And so I got to build the business and move into robotic dairying at the same time. So that was why I went with the leasing. I think everybody's got their own little take on it. Some people will tell me with the robots that cows just won't do 30 litres or whatever, and you're kind of going, well, I've got cows doing 30 litres if you want to come see them. And then there'll be other people that, oh, you won't be able to manage your pasture for whatever reason. Oh, you can come out and have a look if you want. Yeah, there's a lot of different perceptions, but certainly seeing it firsthand is certainly what really opens people's eyes to it. We all assume because you see them in a certain environment, then that's all they are and all they'll do, but you put them in a different environment with a different set of circumstances, and I think the cows reveal a different side to them. They are quite happy being in charge, they are happy doing it on their own timeline, and if you've got the right nutrition and the right infrastructure, you might be quite surprised with what a cow will do, so yeah. As far as milk production, I've got no issues comparing myself to your average conventional dairy. In fact, within 12 months I was thinking, well, that's no longer a benchmark that I'll be comparing myself to. You need to kind of lift the targets from there. So I'm pretty content with what I've done here with the 2 robots. With the herd size, it would just be a matter of fine-tuning what I've got going here. I would like to replicate the same system somewhere else rather than expanding what I've got here. If I could find another small block of land with an old dairy, or whether the next one is a full green side, I don't know, but I would like to set up another 2 robots on a small farm somewhere else and do the same thing. I think everybody's got their own little misconceptions of why they don't think robots are for them. We all assume, and myself included, think that you've got to do a green site with concrete, new sheds and all the bells and whistles, and no doubt they are amazing places to go visit when you see it done like that. But then when you look at what you've got and what you can do, it's not necessary. There are other options there, and what that does to the cost of robotic milking is it dramatically drops it. So like the cost of building a new dairy has to be separated to the cost of robotic dairying.